correct direction from the ileocecal valve here, up the ascending colon. Because the kidneys are here with the adrenals just above, helps them to filter and flow. Pressing the hand down firmly for grounding, rooting, creating that beautiful connection to the earth. And into the palm, widening with 2 little fingers, and then over with thumb pads. Knuckling under the deltoid, stretching over the trapezius, that felt better, and then a good stretch over, which feels so nice to receive. Over the mandible, the maxilla, and pulling a little more to the back. Oh, you've got a tear. So just applying the oil to the abdomen. And effleuraging the soft tissue in between the bones of the ribs and the iliac crests. Each effleurage applying a slightly stronger pressure. And then bringing the fascia from the side of the torso up. And this has an effect of helping to relieve any strain or pressure, tightness across the front, into the skin and fascia, but also the organs contained within. It helps soothe the back as well, because of course the back has already been massaged and treated with oils. So it's an extra back massage. Bring it around the sides, the obliques, and then over the lower ribs, the obliques and hips. Back to the effleurage. Slowing down. And then a double circle. Circle within a circle. Coming round, feeling with flat finger pads over the colon, the correct direction from the ileocecal valve here, up the ascending colon, across the transverse. A little bit of tightness there, and then down the descending. softly over the lower abdomen, and then clearing the ICV, the valve, gently in the correct direction from the small intestine to the large and up. And feeling under the left rib now for the stomach, spleen, pancreas. It's going nice and rosy, lovely. That's the intention. Helping to soothe them, helping them wake up and work. And the same to the right. The main organ here being the liver, but also the gallbladder. Again, nice and rosy. And then calming the anxiety point and the Ren, Chinese meridian. And then alternating hands again, following the flow of the colon up, across and down. This helps get the digestion moving, but also because the kidneys are here with the adrenals just above, helps the health of the kidneys, helps them to filter and flow so that they can filter fresh water once given water after the treatment. And then low down into ovaries and very gently over uterus and bladder. Coming back to coming up for some energy work. Beautiful energy, creating some space. And down for that lovely effleurage. Before finally connecting with acupressure points. Pressing the hand down firmly for grounding, rooting, creating that beautiful connection to the earth. and then strongly up towards the heart. That's it, bending the elbow, resting it down, bringing the oil to the forearm. 2 strong thumbs in the channel, in the very centre, repeating that lovely action all the way to the lymph node in the elbow, and then giving it a little acknowledgement, a little press to get it working and stimulated. Lovely, some nice rosy lines appearing now, that's what we want. And seeing the tendons in the fingers move, just naturally curling as they're pressed. That's good. And then strongly up the outside of the forearm, elbow. Bring the hand, bent elbow, securing it at the other shoulder, and then a palm rotating around the elbow bone and up, so allowing the upper arm to be at a right angle to the couch in order that the gravity of the arm helps the flow of toxins back down to the armpit, all the way down, nice and rosy. Then around the shoulder, all the way to the neck. Picking the arm up, giving it a little stretch. Letting it go, letting it go, nice and loose. And then a couple of clicks, a little wrist rotation. Let's get rid of those clicks. So I'm pressing where I felt the click, then I'm continuing the rotation, applying enough pressure that it's not hurting, but it's just a nice softness, helping to relieve any spasm causing that click there. Yeah, it's going now. Lovely. And then a massage into the joint, deep into the gully there. There's a line in between the hand and the wrist bone, and then underneath. And a massage, a stretch, a rotation, and a flick. In between the metacarpals, lengthening the finger around every knuckle. And the palm. I'm going way over time. Is that okay with you? I'm loving it. Oh, good. Okay, so having introduced the oil, now anchoring the hand to the opposite shoulder and bringing a strong palm down the upper arm to this shoulder to move those free radicals and toxins back down to the armpit. Also massaging these key muscles here, bicep and tricep, deltoid, and a little bit of the trapezius around the back. Relaxing down. And then into that lovely forearm. Lovely bending those fingers with the tendons completely relaxed. That's good. Stimulating the lymph node in the armpit. And a nice stretch. Walking around the shoulder, stretching out. Into the wrist, seeing what it's telling me. Oh, it's not clicking like the right one. Oh, no, there's a click coming out now, but it's not as much. Yeah, that's good. And round the joint. Up the metacarpals. Seeing the circulation in the hand here flowing. Seeing the blood moving as I'm going over it in between those bones. And then rotating each digit, so around every knuckle of the thumb, a stretch, a flick, massage, rotation, a stretch and a flick. And into the palm, widening with two little fingers, and then over with thumb pads. Stretching. And then widening and moving up towards the heart, clearing the solar plexus of the center of the palm. Reflex point. A stretch and a rest. Massaging into the shoulders and neck. Oils soothing top point of the trapezius up the sternocleidomastoid, and a little stretch to start, and then round both shoulders symmetrically and under the occiput pull. Turning one way to bring some space into the right side of the trapezius length, pushing the shoulder down, heel of the hand into that corner, and then up the line of the sterno, pushing down again, and now knuckling, soothing that muscle, encouraging it to relax and release. That's quite tight. And then knuckling under the deltoid, stretching over the trapezius, that felt better. And then a good stretch over, which feels so nice to receive. And then pushing the other shoulder away, bringing the head down, just letting it go heavy. Nice. And again, that knuckling under the bone, over the trapezius, giving it some length, quite tight, and then up the neck, bringing the thumb at the back of the sterno, clearing it out. And need a little bit more trapezius work here, just balancing the shoulders. That's it, lovely. Bringing the head up onto the wrists and forearms while picking up the trapezius, top of the diamond. And soothing it out. You can feel a little sore, but in a sort of relieving kind of way, that all the pain, any tightness is dissipating, thereby bringing more flexibility and mobility to the area. Wonderful. And a nice neck stretch, bringing the head up, giving me the full weight of the head and neck. I've got you. Going as far down the spine as possible. Soothing both sides of the head and resting it down in a nice long manner before repeating in a slightly different way. Coming up, overlapping hands, and then fingers to the base of the occiput, allowing the head to go heavy, heavy, heavy. That's it. Heavy, tilting back, beautiful. In a beautiful neck release that I would normally do in core therapy, but just felt it was needed here. And a stretch. Applying oil to the skin that hasn't had any contact with oil so far, with those beautiful oils of frankincense, black pepper, and German chamomile, rosemary. Oh, and rosemary, thank you. Okay, letting the jaw go, release, release, that's it, lovely. So the joint of the jaw, the TMJ back here, releases. It's soothing over the neck. Flat whole hands and coming up, up, up. And then the beautiful cheeks. beautiful love heart manner, warming the area. Nice. And then up over the nose and the forehead. Soothing between the brows. The third eye is soothed and rested. And a face massage. And under the zygomatic, the cheekbone, to the temporal, over the mandible, the maxilla, the sphenoid, up over the frontal bone, and then the beautiful ears. Massage, rotation, stretch. It's at this point, normally with massage to the frontal bone, the ears and the scalp, that we may well be stimulated to see beautiful colours behind our closed eyelids. Back, across the occiput, lifting the head to reach the full extent. Temporals. Into the sagittal suture across the top. 2 thumb pads rotating in circles. And the rest of the sphenoid. And some beautiful scalp clearing, picking up the hair. And then a little bit of nail touching to the scalp. Clear and stimulate. And a little bit of pulling. Turning the head and pulling a little more to the back. So this has the effect of really connecting us far more than physically. So it's an emotional, mental and spiritual aspect. Now coming down the acupressure points, breathing and connecting with our essence. Three long effleurages up, very gently coming away. Keeping your eyes closed, taking a nice long breath. And continue with the deep breathing, sending your breath all around your body. And feeling the breath arrive at fingers and toes, and gently introducing a little movement to every digit. And then into ankles and wrists. And then rotating into shoulders. And if you feel like it, bringing your arms up over your head for a nice whole body stretch. And coming back into the room, opening your eyes when you're ready to, or maybe not.
Wow.
You feel good?
That was pretty special.
Oh,
thank you.
Absolute pleasure, my lovely friend Mandie. Pleasure.
Gosh. Oh, I was drifting in and out as well.
I think it's done you a lot of good.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might feel different afterwards.
Do you know, I was thinking that towards the end, I was thinking, I feel like a turning point.
Oh.
And just before you said about, when you were doing the ears, just before you said about the colours, I was thinking, oh, it's all pink and green and things.
Really?
Yeah.
You've made all my hairs go up.
It was like a new light. Yeah.
Oh. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aren't those colours
really
beautiful?
And then you said that, I went, oh.
Wow.
No.
We were connected.
Indeed.
Oh, you've got a tear.
I know. It was wonderful.